The 5th of March, Rabbi Furst, Pierke Avos, Purim.
And thank you. This is again, as we mentioned, the Rabbi from the first year exchange here in Zoom. During the Tadi came up his essay on Purim. Let me just okay. Let's see. Is Roy joining us? Oops. So yeah, we have the second. We have the bottom paragraph. I think I sent out a new document for later on today. We still have to finish up the one we're working on now.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, good, good, good. Okay. All right, so let's begin with we're now at the second to the actually the last paragraph. We're in the last paragraph here. Okay.
Hu Achashverosh Amar Rav Achiv Shel Rosh Uben Gilu Shel Rosh Achiv Shel Rosh Bevoch de Nebuchadnezzar Shenikra Rosh Shene'emar. Let's see, what does that mean? Who it is Achashverosh, who said, Rav Achiv, many brothers shall
Uh,
shall
he
Rosh.
was he was the head. Usually Rosh is the head. And this is one second. Let me just let Roy in here 1 minute. Okay. See if Roy comes in. Hey, Roy, do you hear us? Your microphone seems to be off. If you want to turn it on, we will hear you.
Okay.
Oh, we hear you.
Yeah.
Salam alaikum, Roy.
Okay. I'm going to plug in here because I can hear you better with these when I find the connection. I think this is it here.
Good to hear you. Good to see you.
Oops. Okay. All right. So I think that's set up. So good morning, everybody.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Nice to see you. How's your wife doing?
How's what?
How is your wife, Hannah?
Uh, Baruch Hashem, she's not too bad. Not too bad.
She home?
Yes, she's home. Got home a few days ago.
Very good. Very nice.
Yeah,
Very good.
yeah. All right. So let's see what's what.
That's the Hashem. Hashem for Shalem, it's Hashem.
Amen. Amen.
Okay, if you see on your screen, we're in the very last paragraph here in the first document we'll be doing today.
Uh-huh.
Right there. Okay.
So I'm having trouble with translating this. Hu Achashverosh Amar Rav Achiv Shel Rosh.
No, so this is like a quote of the Gemara. Who Achashverosh Amar Rav. Rav said in the Gemara. What does Achashverosh mean? Is Achiv Shel Rosh.
Oh, the brother, the
The
Ach,
brother of the head. You have to understand what that means. But Rav says the word Achashverosh is a Nikutrin, is an acronym for Achiv Shel Rosh.
Ben Gila Shel Rosh, Achav Shel Rosh, Nebuchadnezzar.
So
What is Gila?
so
Gilo.
Ben Gilo, Ben Gilo is a person who has the same um background as someone else. There's when a person's a Ben Gilo, it's like he shares the same type of background and constitution. It's not like a person coming from the same country, but it's coming from the same type of character. Same type of character. That's a Ben Gilo.
Okay, so he was the of the same character as Akash as Nebuchadnezzar.
Right. So he says he has he's two things. Achiv Shalrosh, he's the brother of the head, and he's a Ben Gilo. Ben Gilo, he's a like a comrade to the Rosh as well. Now, what does that mean? What does it mean, Achiv Shel Rosh? Achiv Shel Rosh, that's Nebuchadnezzar. He's a brother to Achiv Nebuchadnezzar. How is that?
Shaniq Ra Rosh, that he's called the head. Nebuchadnezzar is called the head. Shnei Amar, as it says in Daniel, Ant Hu Risha de Hava. I don't know.
Is that well? Maybe we could maybe we look it up. Let's look up the pasuk. 1 second.
Daniel, I have Daniel there actually.
That's in Perik Bays.
Daniel base. Okay.
D
On who
A
base.
O boom. Okay, so I think that's pasuk Lamed Ches. Daniel Bays pasuk Lamed 38, 30 Lamed Ches.
Lamed Tes.
Lamed Ches 38.
Lamed Ches. Okay, Lamed Ches. Lamed Ches. V'chol D Darin B'nei Anasha Chevas Bara V'of Shemaya Yahav Bidan V'Hasheltan B'Chalhosh. And here it is. Ant who Resha di Dahava. So let's see. You are the head of gold. You are the head of gold. So who's referring to? Let's see.
That statue?
This is yes, if you look in the previous pasuk Lamed Zayin, Ant Malka Melech Malchaya, Di Ella Shemaya Malchusa Chisrona V'Sakpa B'Karyevla. So this is actually this is part of the dream of Daniel. That's you go one more pasuk than Lamed Vav. The 36th part is talking about the dream of one of the dreams of Daniel.
It's talking about Hashem. It's saying Hashem is the head of gold.
Right.
So I don't get it. It says Nebuchadnezzar is called the head, as it says, you are the head of gold, referring to Hashem. I'm not following.
So that
It's not referring to that statue, is it? No.
Yeah, I know which statue you're talking about. Let's see. Does it talk about that here?
You know, the one that is made up of different
no,
materials.
because it's he's saying that Daniel was saying to Nebuchadnezzar that the Kadosh Baruch Hu has given him dominion over everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is so he's referring to Nebuchadnezzar as the head of gold. That you are ruler over everything.
Oh, yeah. You, O king, to whom the King of Kings, who is God of heaven, has given a strong kingdom. So it's talking about Nebuchadnezzar, who God gave the strong kingdom.
Right. This Roy, this is like the statue that he was referring to, right?
Right.
Right. That was
In the previous
right.
uh,
So this
uh,
is Daniel's interpretation of the dream that Nebuchadnezzar had.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just telling us that Nebuchadnezzar is referred to as the head of gold.
Right. So you see Nebuchadnezzar is referred to as Rosh. It's referred to as the head.
Right. Okay. Uben Gila Shel Rosh, and his comrade of the head, Nebuchadnezzar. So Nebuchadnezzar is like him.
Right.
Reeve V'hu Bakesh Lehach Reeve Dixiv Ezra. So what is this Hachariv?
That's from the word Hachrib is to destroy. So just he's the Ben Gilo of Nebuchadnezzar. He's a comrade to Nebuchadnezzar, just as Nebuchadnezzar was a destroyer, right? And he also Achashverosh sought to destroy, specifically in terms of the Beis Hamikdash. And he's going to prove it from the pasuk in Ezra.
Oh, and he sought to destroy, as it is written in Ezra, Ubimalchus Achashverosh bit chilas malchuso kasvu shitana. And the kingdom of Achashverosh initially was his kingdom about, it was written Shatnu. What is Shatna? Shatne.
Okay, so let's take a look at Ezra over there. That's in Perek Dalet of Ezra, Pasuk Vav.
Yeah, that I don't have with me.
Okay, 1 second. Right. That that during the reign of Achashverosh, at the beginning of his reign, Kosful Sitna. I think Sitna is a complaint. Let me see what it says over here.
Okay.
Let's see what it says. So Achashverosh, he ruled after Koresh, right? Shalokha Esther. He's the Rashi says he's the Achashverosh who took Esther. Kosful Sitna Shalol live no space of Migdash. There was a complaint filed against those who lived Al Yoshua Yehuda Yerushalayim, on those who lived in Yehuda Yerushalayim. Lahalshinim Shinigros Shalo Yivna Abayis. He wanted to make complaints against them, right? Um, that they shouldn't rebuild the base of Migdash. The word sitna is from the same word as Satan, right? Satan is the accuser. So there was a sitna is an accusation. Right, as the Matsuda Seal, Matsuda Seal says that it's a kitrud. The kitrud is an accusation.
Right. Ushmuel Amar Shehoshacharu.
So first, that's the opinion of Rab. Okay, that's the opinion. Most of this is based on the Gemara and Megillah, if I'm not mistaken. Right, that's the opinion of Rab. Rab said Akashverush. The word Akashverush is a indication, a remez of his intentions and also his character. That he's a Rosh and a Ben Gilo to the Rosh. That he's just as he is uh, a head, just like Nebuchadnezzar was a head, and also he was a Ben Gilo, a comrade, just as just as Nebuchadnezzar was one who sought to destroy the base of Mikdash. He also Achashverosh was a comrade, and he also sought to destroy the base of Mikdash. He ordered the stoppage at the beginning of his Malchus, as the Pasuk in Ezra says, the beginning of his rule, he declared a ban on rebuilding the base of Mikdash because he didn't want that. That was a very big threat to his reign. Right? If he knew that if the Jews would go back to Yerushalayim and create a presence there in Yerushalayim again, that would be a threat to his kingdom. So he was dead set against that. Okay, that was the opinion of Rav. Now you have the opinion of Shmuel.
Oh, okay. Shmuel Amar. Shmuel says his opinion is Ro Panehem Shel Yisrael. What is this word? Ro?
From the word shacher, from that means to blacken. He blackened the faces of the Jews.
Shmuel says that he blackened the faces of the Jews, Biyamav, in his days.
Right.
Kishuli Kadra. What's that?
Kadera.
Kadera. What's Kashuli?
Usually, that's the bottom kadera of a pot.
Oh, like the
They
bottom
used,
of a pot. That's
right. They
hot.
used to they used to place their pots directly onto open fires,
Right,
so they would get very blackened.
right.
So
Uh,
he Agishverosh. So Shmuel says that he Agishverosh blackened the faces of the Jews in his time like the bottom of a pot.
Rebbe Hanina. So now here's a third view. Rebbe Hanina Omer Shekol uh, Hazoch Ro Omar Ach the Rosho. So Rebbe Hanina says, what is this word? Hazoch Ro.
That I think he's saying like this, that the Zochro is to mention. Rabbi Hanina says anyone who would mention him would say he's Ach Lerosho.
He's the brother of his head.
Right. I'm not sure what that means exactly. 1 minute. What does that mean exactly? Hold on. Um, Ach. Okay. Okay. I see that the Torah Tamima. Um, this is based. Uh, this is based on a pasuk in Yehezkel. I'll tell you where it is. Okay. This is a pasuk in Yehezkel. Um, Perek Vav, pasuk Yud Aleph. So the word Ach, you'll see over there what the pasuk says over there. Yehezkel, Vav Yud Aleph, pasuk Vav, Perek Vav Yud Aleph. The pasuk says over there, Kol Amar Hashem. So says Hakadosh Baruch Hu, Hashem Elokim, Hika Kapecha. You should clap your hands, Uraka Raglecha, and you should stamp your foot, V'omer ach el kol to'evas ros beis Yisrael. And I should say, woe. Ach is a lesson of like woe or alas. Ach is it's not doesn't mean brother over here. It means like woe or like woe is me or woe too. That Omer ach el kol to'evas ros beis Yisrael. All those abominations, evil abominations of the base Israel, asher cherev barav u'v'dever yiplu. They will fall by the sword and famine and plague. So that's what it's referring to over here. Ach doesn't mean brother, but it's referring to the expression woe or alas.
So it's woe to the head.
Yeah, I mean, like a person has a headache, he holds his head, he says, whoa, whoa.
I see. So Rav Chanina says that every mention of what I guess of Achashverosh is a pain in the head.
Right, that whenever you would mention, whenever it would be mentioned, it would be like saying, well, what a what a pain in the head.
Rebbe Yochanan
Coconut.
there, Shehakol Naasu Rashim Biyamo Biyamav. What is this? Shenehem?
Shinemar, as it says in the pasuk.
Sheneemar Vayasem Hamelech Achashverosh Meis Vigomer.
That's mas, the tax.
Mas is a tax. Okay, so Rebbe Yochanan says that all who make
Everyone became poor in his time. In his time, everyone became poor.
became poor. Rashim is poor.
Right.
Everyone became poor in his time, as it says, the same Hamelech Achashverosh makes
Mas.
What?
Mas is a tax.
Mas. So Achashverosh enacted a tax, etc.
Right. Right. If you look at the end of the Megillah, you have the Megillah there.
Megillah.
Right. The Perek Yud, the first pasuk in Perek Yud.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. It says, "Vayasem Hamelech Achashverosh mas al haaretz v'iyeh hayam." King Achashverosh set a tax on the lands and on the islands of the sea. So he made everybody poor because he made the tax.
Right.
Hu Achashverosh hu birosho mi tach laso ve'ad sofo. He is Achashverosh, who is the head.
No, here this that head Rosh is with an aleph. This is with an ayin.
Oh, he is wicked. Uh,
He was evil. He was evil from beginning to end.
from beginning to end. Uh,
That we already saw that he was at the beginning evil because, as we saw in the pasuk in Ezra, at the beginning of his malchus, right? He made a acquisition against Yehuda and Yerushalayim in order to stop the building of the Beis Hamikdash.
right.
So from the very beginning to the very end, he was evil.
But how can it say that? In the end he relented and he gave his ring to Mordecai and he allowed them to make the order that the Jews should kill their enemies. How can you say he was evil to the end?
Because that was all against his will. We needed, we needed a lot of miracles for those things to happen. He didn't want those things to happen.
Mm-hmm.
When Esther came after the first day's fighting in Shushan and the rest of the world, and the death toll in Shushan is 500, and they still hadn't killed out everybody in Shushan, Habira. So Esther had to go back to Achashverosh and request another day of fighting.
Which he granted.
Right. So the Gemara says that a Malach came and forced him. He wasn't interested in this. He was sitting there, as I say every year, he was sitting there that morning, drinking his royal cup of tea, reading his royal newspaper, looking at the headlines in the obituaries. Sees there were 500. Those 500 were his best friends and buddies.
Right. All the more so to his credit.
He was absolutely mad. He's not going to have anybody to play poker with anymore. Mordechai's not going to be interested in playing poker with Achashverosh. She was very upset. So you needed miracles for all those things to occur.
Okay, so in Bereshis it says, "Hu asu avi Adom." He was the father of Edom.
Yeah, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that relates to Achashverosh. Let me look it up. Let me look it up. Avi Adom. One second. Right. So that pasuk says Esav says it's talking about Esav Esav is Aviadom. So how does Achashverosh get involved here?
Right.
Hold on. Hold on. Um, uh, um,
Oh, there it is. Ace of the dome. It's in Pasuk Tet.
right. There's um, there's a medrash. I think he's basing this on a medrash that it's referring that the medrash is talking about Esav, right? It says there by Esav as well. Who barosho metila ad sof. Esav was evil from the beginning to end. But I think it's he's just borrowing this expression that's used by Esav as well. That's what it says here. Continue on. It says, "Who Esav aviadom." Esav, he's the father of Edom. Who berisho soy chila ad sof. Because it says, I think the point being made over here is that the word who is preceding his name. Who Akishverosh. Who Esav. Then you go further another line. Who Dasan va'aviram. Right? You notice that?
Mm-hmm.
That the point being made when it says in the pasuk who, and then brings somebody's name, that's a indication that they're evil from the beginning to the end. Got it? Do you understand it, Lou?
Yes. Yeah, I
Okay.
don't have it in front of me, but I understand what you're saying. Although I'm troubled because it sounds like a simplification. I mean, Esav, he did kibbut av v'aim so well, and his head ends up in Mars Machpelah. And Achashverosh, he was compelled, but he did a bunch of good things. And you owe a debt of gratitude to somebody who does good for you, even if he didn't intend it.
That's okay, but the point being made here is don't think that their good acts, whatever good acts they did, don't think that's an expression of their essence. That's not an expression of their essence at all. Because they were bad through and through, from the beginning to the end. That's their essence.
Right.
I think that's the message over here.
Yeah.
Gives another example. Who doesn't Vaviram? Came Barisham, Kliad Sofan.
That's another complex case. I mean, because you can say, why is it that they ended up in the midbar? All the bad people ended up staying in Mitzrayim.
Right.
So they had to have something good about them.
Right. But again, don't make a mistake and think that their essence was anything else but bad. In essence, they were bad.
Right.
Nevertheless, Kadosh Baruch is going to pay them back for their good deeds in this world, whatever they may have done. Yeah, let's just finish up the next line or two.
Okay. Let's see. Who Barosho no, I'm saying Barashao mitechi laso va'ad sof. He was evil from the beginning to the end. B'midbar, it says, who dasan va'aliram. Oh, that's what we just said. Haim b'rishaim mitechila son va'ad sofo. They were evil from the beginning to the end. Hamolech, Hamelech, Ma'atzmo, Shalo Haya Roy, the Malchus, that the what's Hamolach?
That he ruled.
That he ruled as the king by himself, that he was not fitting for the kingship, except Mammon Yatir, who Diyahav Vikam, except that for money,
Right. He wasn't really fit to be the king on his own, but since he had a lot of money, he sort of bought the position of being king.
Uh, uh, Mehodu ad Kush, from India to Ethiopia. Hodu bak baktsa haolam v'chush v'sofei umalach mi sof haolam va'ad sof o. Um, from India until Ethiopia, uh, India, Baksa. What's Baksa?
Is at one extreme. India is at one extreme.
One extreme of the world, and Kush was at the other extreme. Uh, was at the was at the end of his kingship. Uh, from the end of the world until his end.
Right.
Why are we bringing in this geography all of a sudden?
Well, that's based on the pasuk in the Megillah. The Megillah, when it starts off with this statement that the Megillah wants to tell you how incredibly powerful he was. As as we learned last week, he was more powerful than Paro. Paro, when the Jews were enslaved to Paro, Paro was only the king over Egypt. But here, Achashverosh was king over the whole world. He was much more powerful than Paro.
Right. And yet he did that. He did that with money. He must have been a pretty smart guy.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, didn't didn't get to where he was for no reason at all. I mean, obviously, he had a lot going for him, even though he may not. What does it mean? Lo Roy the Malchus. What does it mean? He's not wasn't fit. Wasn't fit um for the
I think it means he was not noble. He wasn't a nobleman. He wasn't of noble birth. He was a commoner.
right. Although there are different opinions about that, um but the but we'll probably get to discuss that.
Yeah, I think it's getting very late.
Yeah. Let's take a break here.
We'll start
And
on the next page next time.
yeah, we'll start the next page tomorrow, Mitzvah Shem. Very good. Thank you for the
Rabbi.
reading, Lou. Thank you very much.
Okay. Yeshkayach, Lou.
Roy,
Brooks
thank
in
you
the
for
air.
joining us, and we're very happy to see you back with us.
Thank you. I don't know how regular I'll be, but I'll try and be as regular as I can. Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate it very much. You should
Thank
all
you.
have a full shlemus,
Bye.
feel good.
Yes.
Nice to
Feel
see
well,
you.
Roy. And Chana should feel well too.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Okay. Bye.